How are you guys? I'm going to make this very quick. NCSOP 303. Once again, NCSOP 303. I did say I was going to do a video on that, and I'm going to explain to you what it is. First and foremost, I'm going to kind of give you guys an overview of what it is. So I'm going to read a few things here, all right? And you'll get what I'm trying to say to you guys. It's not that hard to figure out. The SOP provides detailed procedure for the National Coordinating Center for Communication to coordinate requests for the disruption of cellular service. I will repeat that agreement for you one more time. First and foremost, guys, this is an agreement that all the telecommunications service have with the federal government. It's a signed agreement. NCSOP 303. And you're probably wondering, why am I talking about this? Now, during the eclipse, they say telecommunication service is going to go down due to the eclipse. I've never heard of such thing. I'm about to read you an agreement. Remember when they had that disruption of telecommunication service like a month ago? Your phone went down and you were dark for like maybe a couple of minutes, maybe somewhere up to 40 minutes, close to an hour. I'm going to read this agreement again. All the telecommunication service have this agreement with the federal government. Listen up carefully, folks. This is a binding agreement. This SOP provides detailed procedure for the National Coordinating Center for Communication to coordinate requests for the disruption of cellular service. Coordinate, planned. When something is coordinated, it's planned. This is an agreement, guys. They're going to shut down the cellular service. It's not going to be an eclipse. This is all planned. The service is going to be shut down by man because all the telecommunication services on board with this. I'm going to read more for you guys so you understand what's really going on. This is more details of what the agreement is consists of. This is what the order is. The NCC Watch is informed of the requirement to disrupt or disable cellular service to a particular site or region by a designated federal, state law enforcement official or member of government. This is what the NCC is, guys. And the NCC Watch is informed of the requirement to disrupt or disable cellular service to a particular site or region. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, that's what I meant, region. A region of the nation. To disrupt or disable cellular service to a particular site or region by a designated federal, state, or local law enforcement official or member of government. These people can shut it down whenever they want. This is a binding agreement, guys. NCC SOP 303. It's going to happen again. It happened before, like a month ago when your phone went down. It's all by design, and it's going to happen again during the eclipse. Get ready for this. The media is saying this eclipse is going to take down your telecommunication service. It's not going to be the eclipse. It's never happened before. It's not going to happen, guys. It's all planned. Everyone is on board with this. All AT&T, T-Mobile, you name it. If you got a phone service, they all are on board. They can shut it down whenever they want. And they're going to tell you it's by solar flares or eclipse. It's all a lie, guys. It's all planned. NCC SOP 303. NCC together, SOP together 303. Type that in, read about it.
Ooh-wee. Hey, is this the reason they've been warning about communications going down during this eclipse, man? All right. I'm going to give all praises, glory, honor, and power to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who I learned this truth from. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth and all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. And shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this your brother Bar. Okay, this lesson ain't gonna be too long, but I will briefly touch on this. Okay, he pretty much just went in detail
I will.
about this NCC SOP 303, which when you look it up, okay, you can go ahead and verify this information for yourself. It's pretty much what they're gonna do. And I'm not saying they're gonna do it on the 8th. Well, this is the speculation, for why they're warning about communications going down or whatnot. But when you look into that, it deals with the termination of cellular networks during emergency situations. Okay, termination of cellular networks during emergency situations. Now, again, we've been getting constant warnings of communications going down. Okay, which again, it doesn't make sense. All right, in retrospect, that it's going to be an eclipse. A lot of people are going to travel for the eclipse. They're going to strain the cell towers and communications. Like, how the hell would that make sense? You got, I don't know, X amount of people that's already on these cell towers right now. You know what I'm saying? So how is, a couple thousand more people, or whatever the case, how is that going to make any difference, man? That's all bullshit. But when you do look into this NCC SOP 303 that he's been going into, this is legit. This is actually something that they could, these devils could utilize to terminate cellular networks. Now, like he mentioned, they did this shit. They tried this shit out, back when we had that nationwide cellular outage. Okay, well, let me rephrase that. It could be to where they were trying this particular, system out. Okay, it could have been an actual cyber attack, or it also could have been this, man. You see, like I said, we've been warning you people that the real one was coming, and all the hysteria around April 8th, everything that's happening. Okay, and I did actually look further into it. Like I mentioned in my last video, that apparently, they're supposed to be opening the CERN, okay, that CERN portal, the collider, on April 8th, but in reality, it's been open since like March. Okay, like I believe March 3rd, but it's being open, but they're expecting the particular particles. They want them to collide on the 8th. Let's look that up real briefly, because this is, there's a high level of spiritual activity and things taking place right now, man. To where we're about to the Most High is about to start working mighty works. But you see CERN's website, you see the 666 in the upper left. But it says accelerator report beams are circulating in the Large Hadron Collider, released March 14th. Okay, it's about a couple weeks ago. But it says I'm not gonna grab all of it, but on March 8th, 3 days ahead of schedule, the first proton beam was injected into the Large Hadron Collider. 20 minutes later, the second beam was injected, circulating in the opposite direction. Okay, skip down. They expect and / want those beams to collide on April the 8th. And I'm going to skip through all of this debris. When you get down to the last paragraph, it says the commissioning and validation of the RP optics are among the many beam commissioning steps that have to be taken in the coming weeks before beams enter into collision at 6.8 TeV, hopefully on April the 8th. Depending on how work progresses, the milestone may shift forwards or backwards by a few days. Now, they are hoping these beams collide on April the 8th. Why? Why? Okay, why is there just so much shit going on surrounding this eclipse, man? Why? Okay, this just came out. I seen this shit on TikTok. I'm like, yeah, I got to look into that more. But as you see, this is CERN's website. Okay, they are hoping, okay, the collision occurs at 6.8 TeV, and I don't know what that unit, measure is, but they're hoping it occurs on April the 8th, man. Okay, and again, like the brother brought out, from the eclipse that happened 7 years ago, well, about 7 years ago, to the one that's happening on the 8th is six years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. You see what I'm saying? So, we're in very high level spiritual times, man. The Most High is bringing a great shift to this place. And it's very likely they could use this NCC SOP 303 to be the cause that communications actually go down. They might be like, oh, a solar flare occurred, or this or that or this or that, and try to blame it on like a black swan event. Because a black swan event is something that could, like in hindsight, you could be like, oh, well, I could see that happening. It was eclipse. Eclipse caused this, that, there, and the third. But in reality, they just terminated. They terminated cellular networks. Okay, you can look into it, for yourself. But you got the issue background. I don't want to grab all of this, but again, you can look into this, man. Apparently there was a court case or whatever, to where they came out with this ruling. September, let's see this. Epic versus DHS. Standard Operating Procedure 303 codifies a shutdown and restoration process for use by commercial and private wireless networks during national crisis. Okay. Of course, they got to throw in restoration, to give you hope that it'll go down for a bit, but it'll be restored. But at the end of the day, I don't plan on restoring the shit. Let chaos break out, and let pandemonium and chaos and confusion, reign forth. But yeah, the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. So on March 9th, 2006, the National Communication System approved SOP 3. It's been approved. This is in law. This is legit. However, it was never released to the public, of course. This secret document codifies a shutdown and restoration process for use by commercial and private wireless networks during national crisis. Okay. And again, we've been having a lot of speculation come out surrounding this eclipse. Okay. People talking about that's going to be the sign for the sleeper cells to go ahead and activate, talking about biological attacks, talking about EMP attack at the same time, this, that, there, and the third. Nonetheless, all we know is that eclipse is a spiritual sign from the heavens. Okay. You can't refute that. You can't refute the astrological signs in the heavens that the Most High is showing us. This is the end of this man's kingdom. Okay. And we're expecting that the plagues are about to devour this place, man. So, as far as communications going down, and, it's going to happen. And I'm not saying it's going to happen directly on April 8th, but this is what these devils want, man. Okay. And again, they've given you warnings that you had the cellular outage that occurred a few weeks to maybe a month ago. You have Meta outage. You have a Telegram outage. All these different outages, man. So I'm glad you people have taken these things for granted. I'm glad you've, you just always thought that everything was going to be restored and everything was going to be okay. But looks like the real deal is about to occur. And I'm not saying it's going to be on April the 8th. I hope it is, Lord willing, just like them devils hope that those beams collide on the 8th, because they are ready to go ahead and bring that wrath on the people, man. It's clear. It really is, man. Like, brothers, man, like, we're here, Again, you can look into this more yourself. Okay. This is legit. This could be the reason why they've been talking about so heavy that communications is going to go down, revolving this eclipse, because nothing else would make sense. You're not going to convince me that even if thousands of people travel to a town and, is on the internet, that's going to, or not the internet, but the cell tower, that's going to cause that's bullshit. And they telling you to stock up, be prepared. National Guard out, states of emergency, school closures, government building closures, and all these things. So, Lord willing, I don't want to something happens. Lord willing, it goes down, man. Now, I know that, we're not too big into dates, but, man, look, these signs the signs surrounding this eclipse are everywhere. It's so many things, man. Like, I just did a lesson on it, a couple lessons, man. And now coming out, there's new information coming out. Like I said, dealing with that CERN portal, that just came out. I just came across that information earlier today. So again, if you want to think that everything's a coincidence, you want to that's why scriptures say, be not ignorant of any matter, small or great. If you want to be ignorant of it, you want to, man, you've been saying these things for years, blah, blah. That's on you, do what you got to do, man. But at the end of the day, you were warned. With that, I'm going to close out, give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, DTA Wah Baba Ball, Shalom.